My I did on the 4th was watch in horror as the floods in Texas wiped out a whole set of communities. I have to say that the Supreme Court can advocate, get rid of its responsibility to control this lawless president. They can even give him immunity from, acts. Congress can, say, we don't need to deal with that. We'll let Trump do the terrorists. They can pass all the legislation they want to give Trump ultimate power. Supreme Court could ignore all his lawlessness. But you know who isn't paying attention? Mother Nature. Climate change. I spent the 4th, the weekend of the 4th, watching those horrific videos come down. And I don't know. In the long term, climate is going to win. And, tornadoes up in South Dakota, heat domes on the East Coast, fires in California. It's all a natural disaster, and Trump is not helping it. So that's my thought for the day.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Alan. Thanks for the call out in Seattle. Here's what I'd say, isn't it? And the response is interesting because questions are coming with now, over 80 people reported dead and genuine thoughts and prayers to their families. And when it's a climate-related disaster, as opposed to gun murders, thoughts and prayers, because so much of what happens with the climate is in the near term outside of our control. Thoughts and prayers feel more appropriate and not just a dodge. Genuine thoughts and prayers to the families and loved ones of the people, including the kids in the camp. I mean, how horrible and horrific is that? Kids in summer camp dying. Camp Mystic, that we now more than 20 kids died in the Camp Mystic in that flood. But when questions are asked about how was the early warning system, how did the warnings proceed, and the National Weather Service and the state officials are in disagreement on how well that happened, and state officials do not want to answer questions about that, and get testy if you ask them. No, let's just focus on saying goodbye to the departed and on moving forward. Texas officials do not want questions about the warning system. And certainly the current American government doesn't want questions about cuts to the National Weather Service that have sparked concerns about the impacts of accuracy and timeliness of weather forecasts, particularly for severe weather events. And the current administration, the current political party that runs all the branches of the government, certainly doesn't want questions about the impact humanity has had on climate change while they have been denying that impact since the science came out that made it uncontrovertible. 202-808-9925. So our thoughts and prayers do go out to the families. And I think even in this case, there are some things more we can do than just hopes and thoughts and tears. Be right back.